NLCS Game 1 is coming your way next. Live from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Game 1 is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture Game 1, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
First pitch coming your way next. And today's starter, Nathan Eovaldi. What do we have on him?
Very dominant his last time out, picked up the win, only allowed 1 run. These guys would love to see him back on his game in this one.
Shaw steps in now. He knows what's waiting for him, Singy. An arm with top-tier command and stuff to match.
Yeah, no freebies here, Boog. You got to earn everything when you're up against a pitcher of this caliber.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
Here's a 1-1.
Come on,
Hit
dig,
hard.
go hard,
Should
go
be extra
2,
bases.
dig.
And he's got a double.
He was all over that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
One out, runner at second. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. Well, it's pretty clear that he was frustrated, and even he admitted as much with his performance in their last series, but now a chance to hit the reset button.
That's one of the things he's going to have to get used to. Being the superstar player in this lineup, they are going to pitch you very tough. And you make the adjustment, you can have success. I think he'll have it in this one.
One out and a runner at second here in Game 1 of the NLCS. Line drive, that's a base hit. Shaw coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they tie it late here in Game 1.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. The batter now will be Will Smith. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Shaw stepping in now. The inning's been quiet, but a chance here to turn up the volume.
Yeah, and you love that mentality. A little thunder could bring that dugout back to life.
Next pitch is outside.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at-bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Two down, nobody on. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Way to swing the bat. Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. That one at triple digits.
Ball, that's low.
Tying run is at first here in game 1 of the NLCS.
Ball, that's high.
Caught him looking for the K. One left for the Cubs. They're down 2-1. Runners are at the corners, 1 away.
The catcher, Jesse Shaw.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Bird.
The Cubbies with the go-ahead run at the plate here in game 1 of the NLCS. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And a 1-2.
Ball,
That's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Challenge from behind the dish here. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. Two on, 1 out. In the dirt, blocked. To second, he's in there. That's a wild pitch, and the tying run moves into scoring position.
With 2 on and 1 out, you're just hoping you can get a double play ball to get yourself out of the inning. But now you've really got some work to do. You need a big strikeout here.
Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And up next for Chicago, Jesse Shaw. He gets to it with a slide over to first, and very nicely done for the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
So runner at second, 2 down. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Man on second, 2 down. In the dirt, it gets to the backstop. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base, now just 90 feet away.
That's out to center field. And that is that. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. Hard of the order, 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers lead this one 4-3. This is the National League Championship Series on the show. Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Nico Horner will come up to hit. Tied at 4. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Takes it in for the out.
almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Shortstop, Dansby.
Shaw digging in. He's got walk-off power. You don't have to squint too hard to see how this one could end, Singy.
Yeah, I see the fans holding their breath right now. It's tension and electricity all wrapped into one at bat.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Tied at 4.
Ball.
In the air, right field. Tucker going back on this one. And there are 2 down.
The batter, number 15, designated hitter, Carson.
So 2 down. Here's Mookie now.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. And that is that. Dodgers go down quietly. Score remains tied at 4. Shaw digging in. Walk-off watch is officially on, Singy. All that's missing is the dramatic bat flip.
Yeah, or a helmet toss and a crowd surf. Let's see if he can give them the moment they're hoping for.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now. You can feel it.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Batter challenges in a very big spot. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Winning run in scoring position with 2 away here in the late stages of game 1. And that misses. And now 3-0.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
Down. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And that is the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. And here comes Tommy Edman. Man at second, nobody out. Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are...
And that's ripped for a base hit. Here comes Pages around third. Tag out. They cut down the go-ahead run at the plate.
That's an excellent job. That's the way to come up firing right there. Very aggressive and ready to show off the arm. Keeps the run from scoring.
Go-ahead run on base. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. This one gets away as he can't handle it behind the plate. No advance, though. Man at second. Ripped to first, caught. One left for LA, still all square at 4 apiece. Runner in scoring position, no outs. And here comes Dansby Swanson.
Johnson.
The Cubs with the winning run standing at second here in Game 1 of the NLCS. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Throw comes in, and the winning run stops 90 feet from home. Nobody out.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Number 16 digs in. The crowd knows what's at stake. One swing and it's handshakes and high fives.
Yeah, and he's the kind of guy who doesn't shy away from the spotlight. Let's see what he's got right here.
Base hit, that'll do it. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Cubs walk it off to win Game 1.
Well, in the postseason, there's so much excitement, so much energy, everyone hanging on every single pitch. To have a walk-off win under these circumstances, these people have gone crazy. What a nice win, but you've got to turn the page quickly to come back for the next game.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. So the Cubs celebrate at the plate. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Live from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A big Game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
And the series started out like you might expect, the home side taking care of business in Game 1, but this game today is going to reveal a lot about what this series will become. Will it be a battle for 6 or 7 games, or will it be a walkover? Those are the questions that we start getting more clarity on after Game 2.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, Chris. This should be fun. First pitch coming your way next. Our starter in this one, Shota Imanaga. What do we need to know here?
Well, he's not a scout's dream because of the height, an undersized pitcher, but the heart is there and knows how to work the corners of the plate, add and subtract velocity to keep the hitters off balance.
Now the Cubs catcher, Jesse Shaw.
Jesse Shaw.
Swanson gets his lead at first with nobody out. That's ripped. Base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Everything came together for him. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now the batter is Carson Kelly.
It's early, but these at-bats can impact a game just as much as they do later. Here's a chance to set the tone early for your team.
1-2 now. Towards first. To Betts at second for 1 and 2. What a play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Runner at second, nobody out.
The catcher, Jesse Shaw.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
You know, these Cubs doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The numbers kind of speak for themselves with the 4 walks. They've done a great job of not trying to do too much and just staying disciplined.
Man at second.
Another thing I love is how they've allowed the game to come to them. They're not forcing the issue when they're on offense. And when you force and get anxious, it starts being a lot more likely that you'll let those pitchers off the hook.
That pitch just misses the inside corner. Ball 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
(3-2) and ball 4, 2 aboard.
Gosh, another walk in this one. Man, he is having some real issues with control.
Kelly.
And now the DH, Carson Kelly. The 0-2. Nice stop. The feed for 1. To first. Double play. Nicely done.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Shaw, the former Rookie of the Year, just 21 years old, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. Late swing, foul to the left. Oh, 1 down.
That's the ball.
Swanson leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
No.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 2. That one missed.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
This one in the air, right field. Diving, it gets down. Could be extra bases. In to score from first. And they lead by 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
So up now for Chicago, Carson Kelly.
Designated hitter, Carson Kelly.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 2 of the NLCS. Squirts away a little bit. The 1-2. Bunting for a hit.
There you go. Stand up. Stand up.
And safe at first, the bunt single.
Just barely able to beat that one out. Man, he was giving it his all, getting down the line right there.
Ian Happ up to hit.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
2 on, 2 outs. Lined into right. And that is that. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. We head to the 7th now in game 2. It's the Cubs 3 and the Dodgers 1. This is the National League Championship Series on the show. Second game of the NLCS. Ready to begin the 8th. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Here's a 1-1. Now a drag bunt, third base side. Slings to first. Got him as he tried to bunt his way aboard.
Perhaps he rushed just a little bit, didn't set the angle as the infield is back right there, and that's pretty much a gimme for a bunt base hit. Just didn't quite put it where he wanted to right there.
1 down. Here's the catcher, Jesse Shaw. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The flip, safe.
No, he's in there.
It's his third hit.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
So now here's the DH, Carson Kelly. Two runs across in the inning here in the late stages of game 2. Step off throw to first. Back in safe, really close. Grounded to third, could be 2. Over to Edman. On to Freeman, double play, inning over. Game 2 heads to the 9th inning. The Cubs lead this one 5-1. Last chance coming up here for the Dodgers. You're watching the National League Championship Series on the show. Here's Mookie to hit. The Cubs trying to close out a 3-run lead here in game 2 of the NLCS. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. 1 down.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Up next for the Dodgers, the right fielder,
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Two down, nobody on. This one in the air, center field. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs get it done at home, taking games 1 and 2 of the series. Shaw did a good job in the win. Collected 3 hits in the game.
Well, he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Nice effort to contribute to the win.
And your final score, 5-2. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. Welcome to Dodger Stadium. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. With my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
And Boog, this is as close to an elimination game as you can get without it actually being one. Going down 3-0 would more or less just end this thing. So this game's going to tell us whether we're going to have a real series in store for us or if we're just going to be packing our bags and going home.
A lot of people feel these teams are more evenly matched. The first two games would indicate. So we'll see if we get a bounce-back performance in this one. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the mound now, Tyler Glasnow. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, but last time out, got into the fourth inning. The key to his success today, he's got to throw first pitch strikes, get ahead in the count. I think that'll get him into position to qualify for a win.
Shaw steps in, facing one of the top arms in the league. Big moment, big challenge.
You know, Boog, these are the matchups that tell you what a hitter is made of. Let's see what he brings to the table right here.
This one in the air, center field. Pajes settles under this one. 2 down.
Batting up, the designated hitter, Carson Kelly.
Man at first, one away.
The catcher, Jesse.
Glasnow was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 2 down.
The batter, number 15, designated hitter, Carson.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. And up to the plate is Will Smith. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That's a base hit. Here comes Edman around third. Now a relay to the plate.
On the tag, you're out.
Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, this is what you've got to do. You've got to try to score on the 2-out hit to the outfield, but outstanding execution on the relay home. Had to be almost perfect to make it close, and that's exactly what it was. Inning over.
Number 16 stepping in now. Got the lead, but it's far from safe. He'll try to build on it right here.
Yeah, and you love seeing a team stay aggressive. Don't wait around. Keep applying pressure.
Ripped on a line. Pajes grabs it on the run. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Shaw stepping in now. It's been a tough day at the plate, Singy.
Yeah, one swing here, and he'll be able to flush out his rocky performance in this one, Boog. It's time to come through.
Ball 1.
Two on, 1 out. And that's fouled off. The 1-1. That one is absolutely belted. That one hops off the wall and should score at least 1. 1 run is in. The relay, he's in there. And they now lead by 9. Man at second with 1 away. And next is the designated hitter, Carson Kelly. Out towards right center field. Pajes on his way over. And there's 2 down.
Up next to the call, the left fielder, number 8, Ian Hamm.
Back to the top of the order now. So up next for Chicago, Ian Happ. Man on second, 2 down. Now a pop-up on the infield. And makes the grab. And that is that. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Cubs 12 and the Dodgers 3. You're watching the National League Championship Series on the show. So 2 on with 2 away. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman.
Second baseman, Tommy Edman.
And the 0-1. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Dodgers strand a couple. They're down a bunch. It's 12-3. One down. Here's the catcher to hit. Jesse Shaw. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Ball.
All right, so in this at bat, he's seen a couple of off-speed pitches, now back-to-back fastballs. In this count, you definitely got to stay back. Make sure you don't get out in front and be prepared to shorten up and hit the ball the other way.
That
Ball
misses
3.
the zone. Ball 3. The Cubs up big in this one here in the late stages of Game 3. That's a good
Ball
at bat
4.
right
Take your
there. He
base.
was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. Still 2 challenges. Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
The left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
This could end it. This one in the air, right field. This one looks like trouble. Freeman headed for 3rd. Coming home. The relay to the plate. The tag's there, and that's the ball game.
This team has been truly dominant in the series. Up now 3-0. Pretty demoralizing on the other side. You want to get this thing over as quickly as possible. So stay focused, come back for the next game, and close out this series.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
12-4 is the way this one finishes. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi, folks. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, the number one thing to discuss is just how lopsided this series has been. You know, you get to this point of the season, Boog, and you expect both teams to be on pretty even ground, but it's not played out that way at all. And when a team takes care of business with such dominance and gets out to a 3-0 lead, I just can't see this series lasting much longer.
Yeah, that's usually the way it goes. But hey, coming back to win the series has been done before. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And today on the hill, Blake Snell. What do we have on him?
Well, last time out, he's only able to complete 4 innings, but really battled. Didn't have his best stuff. I look for him to be better in this one.
Now the Cubs catcher, Jesse Shaw.
Jesse Shaw.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Kelly gets his lead at first with nobody out. Hit on the ground to the right side. They get one. Wide throw, and it gets away. No advance, though. Ball didn't get too far away.
Up next for the Cubs, the left fielder, number 8, Ian Happ. Up next for the Cubs, the catcher, Jesse Shaw.
Two down, nobody on. Here in Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Next offering is fouled back.
That's the ball. That's down.
That one not close. Ball 3. Ian Happ waiting to hit for the Cubs. Two down, nobody on. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. But they lead at 3-0. So two down, and now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Reaching for it, makes the catch. Dodgers go down quietly. They trail it 6-1.
Up next for the Cubs, the catcher, Jesse Shaw.
One wonderful thing about the postseason, you never know who's going to be the hero. It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
In the air, right field. Two down. You know, one unlikely postseason hero I saw up close, Alex Gonzalez of the Marlins in the 2003 World Series. Wasn't really known for his bat, but he hit a walk-off homer in extra innings in Game 4. It tied the series and was a huge momentum swing. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. There comes the throw. The tag. Got it! Both runners able to move up a base, so it'll be second and third with 2 gone.
That really hurts right there. This is no time to gamble. When you're down in the ball game, you've got to be sure if you're going to advance a runner or even try to score right there that you're going to be safe. Just a poor decision.
So 2 down, and next for the Cubs, Jesse Shaw. 0 for 3 in this one. swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. He'll take a trot around the bases. And they add on. It's 8-3.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Now, Boo, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Here's the catcher, Jesse Shaw.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at-bat.
And that one gets past the catcher. So on the wild pitch, two guys advance.
No trouble moving up to second on that play with the ball getting that far away from the catcher. Nice job to take advantage of the wild pitch.
Two on, two outs. And that one fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike two. In there. Sets him down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. It's the Cubs 11 and the Dodgers 4. This is the National League Championship Series on the show. Man in scoring position with two away. Here comes Max Muncy. This could end it. Now there's a bullet down the line. And that's a fair ball. Headed for the plate. In comes the run from second. Throw cut off to second. Not in time. He's got a double.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops.
So runner at second, two down. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Ninth inning elimination game. Chris, it's a tall task. They're going to need a crooked number to tie this game up.
Yeah, and they just have to remember that they have
this one in the air right field. And that's a base hit. Fires it to the plate. In there.
No,
he scores. And now just a two-run deficit. Man at second here with two away. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Ball in the dirt and it gets away. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
As a closer, he's out there in that role for a reason, but even they lose the handle on one here and there, especially with all the nasty stuff coming out of bullpens these days. He's making it a little interesting here.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the
out to center. The Chicago Cubs are champions of the National League, and they're headed to the World Series.
Congratulations to the National League champions. This team clearly excited, and they deserve every bit of this moment. Enjoy it now, but get yourselves ready for the biggest series of your lives.
For my partner Chris Singleton and our great crew, thanks for watching the National League Championship Series on MLB The Show.